At this time, we'd like to hand the mic over to our maid of honor, Melina Trujillo.
Good evening. I want to thank everybody for coming here today. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Vicky's sister, Melina. I just want to start by congratulating Vicky and Dan. I'm so happy for both of you. I just want to say that I'm so proud of my little sister. Even though there's a big age difference between us, you probably can't tell. We've always been very close, and I couldn't imagine my life without her. However, being the big sister, I made sure that I picked on her as much as possible. Although she's the younger sister, I look up to her, and I'm truly inspired by her courage, strength, ambition, and wisdom. And I want to thank her for all her support and company over the years, especially the last few months. All I have left to say is just that her dream has finally come true to share the rest of her life with her perfect match. Dan, I'm so happy that you're now officially part of the family. Now I can finally say I have a little brother. I wish you guys all the happiness in the world, and I know that you will have a great adventure ahead of you. May God bless you always. I love you guys.
At this time, we'd like to pass the mic over to Stephen.
I want to do that. I would do that.
Oh, sorry.
Can everybody raise their glasses? To Victoria and Dan.
Want to do it again?
Stephen Alsbeck, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey everybody, I'm Dan's brother Steve, and apparently also the best man. So I've been called this many times by many people, but this is the first time at a wedding, so thanks Dan. I think you're great too. Well, brother, here we are. It's your wedding, and you know, since your birth at the hospital, when you peed on the doctor, this family has known that we have someone special on our hands. The doctor certainly knew that he had something special in and on his hands. We spent childhood together in the beautiful and quaint city of Whiting, Indiana. There we go. Where we wet the same bed, we breathed the same smoke-filled air from the Amoco refineries, and we played with the same hand-me-down toys. Thanks, Tim. We were pals. We shared moments together as kids that I know for a fact nobody else in this room has shared. For instance, we used to cover our face with our whoobies. A whoobie is a blanket. And bounce back and forth on the couch to fall asleep listening to Disney's Main Street's Electrical Parade. Who does that, right? Must have been the Amoco station. But that's arguably one of the creepiest songs in the world. But that was us. Tim looked up to Nikki and Rick, you looked up to Tim, and I looked up to you. We all learned from each other, and it's hard to believe that our childhood is already gone, and that all that time has passed away. And now you're getting married, or you are married. Typo. You're going to start your own family and raise up a new generation of Allsbacks. By the way, good luck everybody. There's so much to say to you today and so little time to say it. Now, I'm usually the kind of person who jokes around and says anything to get a laugh, and I'll continue to be that way. But for today, I actually want to tell you what I think of you. I think you're a great man. I think you're a fantastic brother, and I love you. Victoria, you need to know what kind of a man you're getting. So I'm going to tell you a story. This is not funny. Well, when Dan and I were young, I was about 4 and he was about 6 or 7. And me and him were playing in the backyard, and I think we were fighting or something, whatever brothers do in Whiting. Well, we had a pool back there, and I climbed up onto the deck, and I was trying to get a ball. And so I bent over for it, and it was just out of my reach, and so I kept reaching in. I fell in. And I don't have a memory of much of my childhood, but this is something that I remember distinctly. It was very vivid, and I remember exactly even what it looked like under the water. I remember just throwing my arms and legs around and screaming while I was at the bottom of the pool. I was terrified, and I really thought that I was going to die. And then out of nowhere, something touched my hand. I grabbed whatever it was quickly, and I struggled to pull myself up. And when I got to the surface, I realized that it was Dan's leg. Dan had jumped into the pool in his clothes, and he couldn't swim yet either. So he was holding onto the ledge and sticking his leg out, hoping that I would grab it. So once I got back onto the deck, I pulled him up, and I was okay. And we never told that story to anybody, but he saved my life. Victoria, that's the kind of man you're married to. There may be fights, disagreements, quarrels, or whatever, but when it comes down to it, he will lay down his life for you. He'll put himself at any inconvenience or put his own safety on the line, just so that you will be safe. That day in the backyard set the tone for mine and Dan's entire relationship. I've always been an emotional wreck and with untamable passions, and Dan has always been calm and steady. He's my best friend, but he's more than that. He's my own flesh and blood. Today, Victoria, you get to experience that gift too. Not only are you two best friends, but in the sacramental bond of marriage, you are now one flesh. It's a privilege to have that bond with a man like Dan. Respect him. Dan, love her. But let's be realistic. Dan's not perfect. Does he refuse to wear socks around the house? Yeah. Does he eat cereal like a barbarian from the Nordic tribes? Yes. Will he ditch you 9 times out of 10 to hang out with Victoria? Oh yeah. Does he sniff and snuffle his nose too much? He's doing it right now. Does he buy cowboy boots and hats on vacations and never wear them? Yes. Is he always too busy reading the news or watching Michael Jordan highlights to listen to you talk to him? Absolutely. Is he a nag on vacations? Yes. Does he sanitize his hands too much, wash his face 50 times a day, and brush his teeth after every meal? Yes. But here's one that drives me crazy. Does he refuse to put the cap back onto the toothpaste so that the paste oozes out all over the sink and dries into a hard clump at the opening of the tube so that nobody else can brush their teeth in a civilized 21st century manner? Yes. Does he put ice into his Cabernet Sauvignon? Yes. To all of our horror, yes, he does this. But despite all of this, when you truly need him the most, and when you reach out for his help, he'll be there for you. Or will he be there for you to get you through it? No, because he's probably shopping with Victoria, or trying a new restaurant, or watching a movie that he promised he would watch with you. But as the popular 70s song goes, he ain't heavy, he's my brother. So on we go. I love you, Danny. Let's raise our glasses. To my brother Dan, on his wedding day, and to Victoria, his beautiful wife. May the grace and peace that comes from our God, through Jesus Christ, be upon you and your marriage, and may the light of the obedience of your faith shine from you both, and make you prosper together all the days of your life. Cheers.
Cheers.
Just now I'd like to pass the mic over to Tim.